Hello, Georgetta Gankars here. So today we're going to be working on clouds. So again, I have my square brush. It's called a flat, and it's like a medium size. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be just dipping it into my white paint, only on the edge. So I'll show you on my palette. I'm just dipping it, just the edge. And I might tap it once on my palette. Make sure I have an even distribution of the white paint, and I'm just going to be tapping very lightly and I'm making the shapes just of a cloud, of this cloud. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you up close, just dabbing. And I want you to take your brush and just keep dabbing it like this on your wax paper, and then you don't have to pick up any more paint. You're just going to do it now and dab it here on the next spot, and these should be dry. So these blue squares should be dry. If they're wet, it's okay, but the blue and the white is going to mix together. You might not want that. You just want to practice like dabbing. It doesn't have to be the exact shape as a cloud, but you'll notice the more that you dab and press. I have now a little bit of this blue paint. It must be a little wet. It's still picking up, and I get this kind of shape here. Okay, then we're going to move on to the next one over here, and we just dab it again lightly, and we can even swirl our brush around if we want to. I'm just going like this, these backward C's, and kind of get this very light area. Okay, it's super light, and I can build it up more if I want. I can pick up a little bit of paint, dab on the palette, and just kind of go back and forth lightly where I have some of these white areas picking up. And again, I'm just making these little clouds here, and I'm doing them in these half like circles. So I'm going round, then back around, going with this, round, then back around, round, then back around. I'm just kind of building it up, and I have a little bit of white paint, and when I want more white paint, I dip my brush into my white paint and dab it off like this on my palette, so I don't have a lot of white paint. It's not really thick. And what I can do is I can keep building up these clouds, and sometimes you see clouds in the sky that are just like this, right? They have white in some areas, but they're picking up the color of the sky. And when we're making these Impressionist clouds, we want to do that. So we dip white, dab it off on our wax paper, and we're just doing these half circles, and we're just building up these clouds and making them thicker. And we get something that looks like that. Okay? So this is kind of like just building the clouds up, going back and forth, going round. And you can see some of them are mixing, and if I want to even add more to it, you know, I can go back and I can even add some more white, and it gives it even a little bit more of a contrast. Those clouds start getting really big. Now for this area over here, I can go back too, and I can add more white if I want. I can press, and I can also start taking my brush and doing half circles and pulling out the color from the sides. So now those clouds the edges aren't so defined, right? I'm kind of just moving all the way around. I get that. That's a little bit more controlled, and this is the one that we had at the top. So they're all three different types of clouds, and I can keep changing them. You know, I can keep going in there, and I can build up more white if I want. But when you're doing the Impressionist clouds, again, it's good to use a flat brush, and it's good to do these kind of half circles. You know, you can start off with the dotting kind of method if you want to. So we have these three kind of clouds here.